All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our smart contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. Today, I told you we're going to be doing some more light reading, picking up from yesterday, so let's dive right in. Yesterday, I showed you how we can actually set up our price feed, aggregate a V3 interface, and plug in this address here from the Sepolia network that'll actually get us the price of the latest price of Ethereum. And today, we're going to move on from there. So let's get gonna scroll down, and we did comment out the get price because we're not going to be working on it just yet. We're all going to be working with the get ETH to USD rate. So since we're pasting in the address, we're hard coding the price feed address. Let me show you again. This is what it looks like when we paste in the address. This is actually us hard coding it into our constructor. So every time we deploy our constructor or deploy the contract in particular, because the constructor gets deployed as soon as the contract gets deployed, it's automatically going to pull from this address here. This address is only coming from the Sepolia network. So let's go down and see exactly what happened when we do that. So there is going to be a kind of an issue with the contract so far with us hard coding the address into our constructor. With the hard code, it means that the contract will only work on the Sepolia network since that is where we got it from. So since we hard coded that address into our constructor, every time we deployed our contract, it would only pull from the Sepolia network because we have the address hard coded into the constructor. Now, this is considered a bad habit. So instead of doing that, what we can do is add an address inside of our constructor function as a parameter, as price feed addresses of type address. This is how we can do that. So you can see here we have our define double init, price feed address, type address. And then we can set the price feed to aggregate a V3 interface and price feed address. We can also add the address to our new price feed state or store and comment it out as a reminder that this is the address we'll be using and where it is from. So this is what our contract will look like now. Let's go down and see. So you can see here we do have our state or store here price feed. It's going to be aggregated with V3 interface. And we're going to actually comment out the address that we're using, letting us know this is the address we're going to be using, and this is where we got it from. So remember when we deployed our contract and we had to plug in this address here into the deploy field, we can still do that, but we don't have to hard code it anymore. We can just leave it here, comment it out, letting us know this is the address we're going to be using, and this is where we got it from. So you can see in our constructor now we have a price feed address. And we're going to be pulling that from here. We have the price feed address here. We're going to have a type address. So letting us know that we're going to be using a price feed address, and it is going to be an address that we're using. So you can look at this and see how it's different from the original. So this is the new updated version. And the original looks like this. Let's go back up so I can show you. So this is what the original looks like. So you can see here the original is just a regular init, no parameters at all. Now we have a parameter inside of it of price feed address, and it's going to be of type address, letting us know that our constructor is going to take an address, and it can be from anywhere now. It doesn't have to be from the Sepolia network, but we can still use this address from the Sepolia network. We can use any address from any network now. We can we're a little bit more diverse. We're not hard coded. So instead of having this address hard coded here into our price feed, we just have the price feed address that's going to pull from this parameter, letting us know that we are going to be using an address. So basically, we made our contract a little bit more dynamic. And we're not hard coded, and we're not stuck to one chain or one network. Now we can work from addresses from any network we want to. So basically, that's where we're at so far, and this is what our entire code looks like. So tomorrow, when we dive back in, we're going to pick up with some more light reading, and we're going to move forward. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, it's the Python Poppy. You guys stay Gucci.